So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Where the Red Fern Grows, 2003. This is going to be another Ned Beatty flick. This is going to be another Disney flick. This movie surprised me a little bit. Giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought the story was really good. I didn't like the fake hillbilly accents, and the background music was horrible, annoying. Kind of had the feel of a Disney Channel feature. But it was rather heartwarming, and the way the kid behaved was pretty decent. I never actually read the book. Apparently nowadays kids in grade 7 are forced to read this book. When I was a kid, I read books like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and James and the Giant Peach, those kind of books. Those were far more interesting to me. Oh, time to wake up. Anyways, getting back to the movie. So, it's about this family living in the Ozarks. The kid wants to it's actually a remake film, and I guess the author of the book was couldn't write too well, so he had his wife be the editor. He was a part-time carpenter, which was seasonal, I guess. So during the off-season, he liked to write manuscripts and things like that. His book became way famous. Now it's in every school, and it's just about his childhood as a hillbilly with a bunch of coon dogs. So that pretty much sums up the movie, but going into more detail, I guess. So the kid is jealous that his neighbor can afford dogs, and his parents are dirt poor hillbillies. So he starts working hard, saving up money, which is quite admirable. I tried to get my son a savings account when he was 10 years old. So this kid kind of reminds me of my son. Very generous and hardworking young fella. Everything you want your kid to be is what this kid is. Okay, so he saves up enough money to buy a couple really nice coon dogs. It's during the Depression, so he gets a $10 discount, and they start chasing these raccoons up the tree, and then they start making raccoon pelts. I guess this is the answer to Dario Argento's pelts, and and then he sells his coonskins to his grandpa, played by Dabney Coleman. Forgot his name for a second. The older version of the boy is played by Kristofferson, and then Ned Beatty plays the sheriff from the nearby town where the kid bought the coon dogs. Okay, so he has to make quite a trek to get these coon dogs. He gets in a fight with some bully kids, gets all bruised up and cut, and then he meets Ned Beatty, breaks up the fight, and Ned Beatty buys him strawberry soda. He gobbles it down. It's his first time drinking soda, so obviously he's enamored. It's the best thing he's ever tasted in his life, and I guess it's better than tater pie, But anyways, so the kid's making good money. He's buys his parents some clothes and some nice clothes, and then he gets himself some nice shoes and some duds, and he's just having a grand old time with his puppies. Then the neighbor kids, the kind of bully kids, make a bet with him that his dogs can't find the ghost raccoon. So he loses the bet, but he finds the raccoon on the roof of some kind of bridge or something, hidden there. And then he goes back, another mangy dog gets loose and starts attacking the other dog, and somehow one of the kids gets axed to death. Don't ask me how, it's all off camera, very clumsy editing there. Not very good. Everything was off camera, so I didn't even know what happened. I just saw this axe sticking out of something. And then later on I find out that it was the kid, because they're having a funeral, and now the coon dog kid doesn't want to go hunting anymore. But then Ned Beatty throws a big contest, and he gets motivated to bring his dogs. Unfortunately, Dabney Coleman falls down the hill, breaks his leg. This is after the dogs found 3 coons in one tree. So the kid is on the cusp of winning the contest with 4 coon skins, and he decides to call it off so that he can rescue his grandfather, which is rather admirable. Another admirable trait of this kid. Quite impressive values for a hillbilly. I think his parents would be drinking moonshine or something, but they're pretty reasonable folk as well. They raised him pretty good anyway, and so he ends up winning the trophy anyway, because the actual winner, who had 3 skins, gave it to him because he felt bad. It kept him up all night. So that was kind of a cool scene with Ned Beatty there and Dad Coleman, and the whole giving away the trophy prize to the kid who deserved it, in my opinion. And then a cougar attacks one of the dogs. Their dogs' names are Dan and Ann. So Dan gets attacked by a cougar, dies, and then they have to bury the dog. And then the other dog is heartbroken, I guess. But the kid ends up getting prize money enough to move to Tulsa, the big town in Oklahoma. They're living up in the Ozarks like hillbillies, and they get to move to Tulsa with the prize winning. So pretty good story. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it has something to do with the title, I guess. I could say that much without spoiling the ending. I couldn't really figure out for most of the movie where the title came from, but because I actually had not read the book, it was not that popular when I was a kid, apparently, or at least I wasn't told to read it in junior high school, thank God. But anyways, that's the end of my review. I had to go pick up my son now. Gotta go hit the road, so I'm going to end this video, And the next movie I have is The Big Easy, Dennis Quaid. And then I've got some janky, gay Peter Greenway film that's probably won't arrive till next week. So I'll probably end up watching, instead of that, this weekend, I'll probably end up watching the, what is it? The Rory Calhoun Adventure Island, 1947. That one looks difficult to watch, but I'll try to rewind it from the beginning. Maybe I was tired. I didn't feel like paying attention, but that one is hard to follow. It is hard to watch. I started watching it, and I didn't like what I saw. I think I like Motel Hell much better. The 1980 flick with Rory Calhoun. So I'll try to get those two films out of the way this weekend later.